Hi, my name is Kristy Gouldsmith, and I'm a data protection, privacy, and cybersecurity partner with Spencer West. So this is a little short video that's going to tell you about me, what I do at Spencer West, and then why I actually wanted to join Spencer West. So as you can see, I'm Canadian, and I've been here about 20 years, but obviously I still have the accent. So I moved here in 2001. Prior to that, I was in Canada, and I was a criminal prosecutor for 10 years. So I did all kinds of criminal offenses. I did drug offenses, I did arsons, burglaries, robberies. I joined probably about 3 murder trials when I was there. And then I moved to the UK with my ex-husband and our youngest son, who was then 3. So when I got here, I didn't actually want to go back into practice because after 10 years of court almost every single day, I was actually really quite burnt out. So then I decided to do something that's not taxing at all and had 2 more children. So after having them, then I started looking around. I thought, well, what am I going to do now? And then I thought, oh, I know. I'll go into teaching. So I went and got my teaching qualification. And I taught A-level law and degree-level law for several years at a college in Cornwall, and it was great. But after about 5 years or so, then I'd had enough, and then I was looking for something else I was going to do. But one of the courses that I was teaching was human rights, and this was back in 2016. And then I actually saw the GDPR coming down the path, and I got on the boat before the boat went past me this time. And I left the college in 2017 and I started my own consultancy doing data protection work. And my God, was it busy in the run up to the GDPR in 2018. It was so busy, I actually didn't go to the beach at all during the summer of 2017. And we live a mile from the beach. So it was tremendously busy. And then it got to 2018 and the GDPR kind of literally fell off the cliff on a Monday. All of a sudden, people realized that the ICO wasn't going to be like Ofsted and waiting at their doorstep on the Monday. And then they kind of realized that nothing was going to happen. So scaled the business back until it was just me and a couple of other people. And then I realized that, after having a running staff, that I actually really don't like the HR aspect of having staff. So I went back to just working on my own. So I've been working on my own now before I joined Spencer West. For a couple of years, and I had the freedom to go and do what I want when I want. Walk my dogs at 4 before it gets dark. Go do this or go do that and whatever else. So I've always had the freedom that working as a consultant brings me. But what I didn't have was the companionship, the friendship, the collaboration that working within a traditional firm would bring me. But I didn't want to go and work in a traditional firm. I thought I might before I joined Spencer West. Then it was a horrible day in January, really lashing it down and dark outside. I was laying there in my little bed and I thought, I don't really want to get up now and have to get dressed and get on the bus and go to work. I'd rather just struggle, stagger downstairs in my jammies and start work at 9. Without ever having to leave my house. And so I dismissed the idea of going back to a traditional firm. But what had happened is I'd come to the point where I was tired of working on my own. I didn't have anybody to bounce ideas off with. There wasn't anybody, like work colleagues at the end of the phone to have a chat with. And God, there was like Christmas party for one, kind of depressing year after year. There was like no one to go out for drinks or anything, with. And there was no one to share the load of work with. So then I started looking around at the consultant type firms. Spencer West was my first choice. They were the first ones I spoke to. I did speak to 3 others just because I thought that I should with my own due diligence. I won't name them, but I didn't actually like them. They just weren't very personable and they weren't interested in me. And the best thing about talking with Stephen and Antoine from Spencer West is that they were as interested in me as I was in them. So they wanted me as much as I wanted to go with them. And I actually think that joining Spencer West has been one of the best decisions that I've made in a very, very long time. The community here is fantastic. The collaboration is absolutely brilliant. The firm makes an effort for people to get to know each other. We have partners meetings on the first Thursday of every month. And then there's drinks after that. And then we usually all go out for dinner after that. We've had other social occasions. We've had a wine and cheese evening. We've had another networking event. We have a retreat coming up for a full day in June. And it's really important to me to have people around me, people to talk to, people to kick ideas off of. And the other great thing about Spencer West is the referrals. I've made several referrals to other colleagues at Spencer West for work that I don't do, like commercial disputes or employment law. And it's so easy to say to the client, oh yeah, you've got that issue. Oh, I know someone who can help you with that. And then I've had work referred to me from other partners. And it's absolutely brilliant. Everybody works together really well. And you know what? And the people are absolutely brilliant. Seriously, I came to my first meeting here, went out for drinks, went out for dinner, and I left like a bunch of new friends. It was absolutely fabulous. If anybody is considering going from working either on their own, as you currently are, or in a firm, to the new consultancy model, then I'd be happy to have a chat with you about the consultancy model, have a chat with you about Spencer West. It was literally the best move I've made in ages, and I absolutely don't regret it. There's nothing that I regret about coming to Spencer West.